Okay, so this week we're at Spa.
Okay, John, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
You can see the track name down there at the bottom of the screen. I'll let you decide how to pronounce it. So we're just jumping into the qualifying laps here. This is my out lap. I really did not get much practice time in at all. I know the track pretty well, but there's so many little...
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 69 Fahrenheit.
Little things about it that make big differences. It's still one that requires a lot more practice. I decided to just run this race because there was a lot of participation, so I thought there would be a lot of splits, and I would just be with people, lots of people closer to my rating. So I thought, why not? I don't get too many opportunities, so we'll just run it. I really think with some practice I could get into the 124s in the fixed setup, but I'm not there yet. So we're just going to kind of see how it turns out. It's a pretty long track. We'll talk through some of the tricky spots, starting with this one on this lap. This little area right here, very easy to spin coming out. Definitely a place where there's a lot of wrecks. Also this one here, there's a slight uphill. You can brake really late, much later than you would think. But it's hard to get it right. Coming down the hill here. This you can go flat out through 6th gear, but you really have to nail it just right. Use all of the track, because this is such a long straight here that speed makes a huge difference. Here's another corner we can expect to see some wrecks. Here's another corner. You'll see some drama in. There's a very high-speed series of lefts coming down this hill, which is tough to maintain speed and get it right. You see a lot of people run wide there. This is one I'm working on quite a bit to get the line right, as is this one. I'm not carrying enough speed and using enough of the track. But I just didn't get the practice time in. See, I got that a little bit better than last time, and you can see how much of the track you can use there without getting off track.
You're in pole. That lap was a 226.88. The leader's just done a 225.55.
So I'd like to see if I can get a 225. I'm gonna
The leader has just done a 223.00.
push a little harder on this one. You can see the difference that makes running that in sixth gear. We've already gained half a second just through that section. But it's also, if you don't get it right, it's punishing. I haven't done a 225 yet, but I know it's there. A little tentative on the throttle coming out of there. And there's what happens when you try to carry too much speed into that. I was going down into third, thought I'd try fourth. Probably should have just coasted instead of getting back on the throttle, but I think we're just going to call that good.
Right front, 97%. Right rear, 97.
So 6th place, which is better than I would have thought with those kinds of lap times. But that's the good thing about when there's a lot of participation, you get all those splits. However, for less than half the field there qualified, that always concerns me. This is definitely a track where the first lap or two, there will always be a lot of crashes. So I think some people don't qualify, try to hang back, try to stay out of the mayhem. And I get that, but I also think if everybody would qualify, the grid would be sorted more appropriately so you don't have people who are much faster fighting through the field, causing problems. Oh, looks like we just dropped to I think we're going to start 8th.
That's the end of the session. 8th place.
We'll just
Okay,
see.
John, we should do well here. We're expecting you to finish in the top 6. The track temp is 93 Fahrenheit. The air temp is 67.
Shouldn't need fuel or tires, so we'll get rid of those. Definitely got our dry tires on. So try to stay clean, try to stay out of trouble. Kind of always the name of the game. It's a nice wide track, so it's a lot of places for cars to be until you get to a corner and it gets crowded. So we've got about 40 seconds to go here.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, I forgot to turn off the chat, so probably gonna have to ignore some people. $33 cars, I think. So in the top picture, you can see where on the left side, or on the right side, I guess, we're looking from the front, the right line there, fourth car back, the white car.
This will be a standing start. Okay, John, get ready. Green, green, green.
We already got somebody knocking people around. And then, I don't know why he just stopped.
You're clear left, 3 wide, you're in the middle. Right side's clear, you're in the
Keep
middle,
an eye
3
on him.
clear all round.
It's going to cause more problems there.
There's an incident in La Source.
So-
You think it might be Donati and Laura?
We see some, you don't see a lot of spinning right there, but there's that.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Tan, car number 60, C license.
We had a car,
Starts okay, let's
car
get
about
settled in.
stopped there. I don't know what was happening there. Let's see if we can get around this pink car. I'm not sure we're going to make it.
Clear left.
Who's on our left? That's the green car, kind of shortcutted that. You can see on the top one there was a lot of drama behind us. Glad we're past that. I think we've gained a couple of spots. Make sure we get down to third gear with our cold tires here. Just need to stay out a little wider there, but that's also a common place to have people dive under you. Because there's so much speed difference in that long downhill, depending on how you've gone through it. So you got to be defensive, but that's usually not the fastest line.
Sanders is reeling you in. The gap's now 0.28.
Not too inclined to fight a whole lot this first couple laps. He's really going to be faster than me. If he makes a move, I'll just let him make it. He didn't do it there. Okay, 11
Sixth
laps.
place.
Made it up to 6th through all that craziness. Got the debris flag out there. Well, he took a look. Another place I can stay out wide, but
There's an
Nope.
incident in Bruxelles. It looks like
As-
it's Tan.
as promised, there's always a spinner there. That let the yellow car behind us get a little closer. So now he's going to have some draft. Looks like he's going to make a run down the
On
inside.
your right. Clear right.
That's exactly what I was talking about last night.
Come on, John. Don't panic. We'll get him back.
The draft is pretty important here. Just gaining that extra speed, being able to draft somebody down these long straights is pretty critical. If you lose the draft, never catch up with the draft pack by yourself.
The car in front is Sanders, car number 5, C license. Chua, car number 11, is now in the lead. The leader has just done a 225.14. The gap to P5 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1. Incident in bus stop. It looks like tan.
So somebody in qualifying ran a 223. But right now the leader is run a 225, so we're not too far off.
The gap to Storm behind is increasing. It's now 1.5.
Such a habit to take that defensive line. Not really trying to push to go faster. But I am trying to run better lines, see what kind of lap times we can
Incident in
achieve.
Go on. We think it might be Storm.
Always a lot of incidences.
The gap to Sanders ahead is increasing. It's now 3.2 seconds.
Yes, we're not going to get any draft. We're just going to be out here running on our own.
New fastest lap for Fry, 224.00. The leader has just done a 224.03. That's your best lap in this session.
So the leader's starting to put in some good lap times. So we're probably not going to see any of that. Let's see if we can just maintain this. Not super happy about our collecting, I don't know, 6 or 7 incident points in the first corner. But try to keep it clean the rest of the race. Yep, picked one up there.
All right, John, we've just cut the track.
Nice fucking job, buddy.
There's the chat we forgot to turn off.
Fuck.
The gap to Sanders ahead is increasing. It's now 4.3 seconds. There's an incident in Befania. It looks like Regano.
So Sanders we're not going to catch up with unless he ends up making a mistake. A lot of debris on the track, all the incidences. So it's a bit lonely right now. Sanders almost 5 seconds ahead of us.
The leader's just done a 223.04. 6.49. There's an incident in La Source. It looks like it's Laura.
Guy behind us is 9 seconds
Car
back.
right. Clear right.
That must be somebody in the pits.
Regano is pitting from position 16. Think he'll come out just in front. P6.
Chief never really has that right. Car way up there is Sanders still.
Incident in La Source. We think it might be Newsom.
I'd tell you the corner names if I knew them better. I don't.
Gap to P5. Ahead is now 5.4 seconds.
Little improvement there through that section. Really pushed through that last corner back there. Car just kind of hopped sideways.
Sure, car number 11 is leading the race.
Alright,
That's your fastest lap. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.9 off the pace. You're a second off the pace in Sector 1.
so at least we saw a 225 there. I was starting to get the hang of really pushing this car before the Road
The
Atlanta
gap to
race.
Sanders ahead is increasing. It's now 6.4 seconds.
When I was practicing in the dry. And we all know how that turned out. And then I kind of lost it. I just didn't get, I didn't really practice here, so I just didn't really get a chance to work on that here, so. I don't know why they start turning in so early on that corner back there. Missed the apex on that one. Always have a tendency to start getting sloppy about this point in the race. I think some of it has to do with not having anybody to chase. But we'll see if we can keep some
The gap
consistent.
to P5 ahead is increasing. It's now 7.3.
See if we can keep some consistent 225s here. Lost a little time there. Might fall out of the 225s on this one.
Okay, John, halfway home. Fuel's good. That lap time was 2:25.85. That's your fastest lap today.
It's my fastest lap ever. See how much we pushed out there, but it's still room. You don't get there's a lot more you can take there and not get a off track, but it's a pretty fine line between an off track and a slowdown penalty there.
Go for it, my car is damaged.
Big tracks like this too, everybody tends to get, if you're not part of a draft pack, everybody gets pretty spread out. Boy, lost a bunch of time back there somewhere.
The gap behind is now 9.1 seconds.
Well, 3 laps to go. And it's going to be kind of boring if something exciting happens.
There's an incident in Lacoon. Looks like it's Laura.
That's a car that's a lap down.
There's an incident in Bruxelles. It looks like Chua. Alright, John, you've got half your fuel left.
Within this section here, if you see the curbing, see where it's green, and then after that there's sort of a grayish concrete. You see it over here again. We're trying to get on those, but at the beginning of it, there's one of those gray ones, then
The car in
green,
front of us is 1 lap behind. The gap
Then
to
back.
E7 behind is now 8.3 seconds.
then back to gray. But I always turn in on the first one. I don't really want to be on the first one. I want to be on the second one. But I just got a lot of work to do. .225.4.
Your lap times are improving. This is good.
Good job, good job. Amazing. Here we go. Be careful. Impossible, these people, eh? Impossible.
Here, I just need to stay out, break in a straight line, and then roll in, and I just...
Fry, car number 4, is now leading. Incident in Puon. We think it might be Chua.
Got brave enough to carry the 4th gear through there. Just trying it. So second one, like that. It's better. Get on that one. We're behind on the lap, but I think that was... gained some time there. See how much the car's bouncing through there.
There's an incident in Longchamp. Looks like it's Fry.
See
Okay,
the
John,
difference
the
it
next
makes.
car is sketchy. Chua, car number 11. C license. You're reeling Chua in. The gap is now 5.4.
Made up a lot of time through there.
There's an incident in bus stop. It looks like Fry. Fry is pitting from position 5. Looks like he'll come out just in front of you.
Not too
5.
worried
2
about
laps
that.
remaining.
Our optimal lap is at 2:25.3, it looks like. And we're gonna get hit. Used too
Track
much of the
limits,
track
watch those
there.
lines.
Now we gotta slow down.
You'll need to slow down to give back the time gained.
But our optimal lap between all our best sectors is a 2:25.2, almost a 2:25.3. So I'm sure with a little more work, 2:24s are achievable, but not today. This is kind of where I chose to bleed off the rest of that slowdown penalty. Of course, I would have lost some time there too. It's funny when you slow down a little bit.
Ilion is closing you down. The gap has come down to 7.8 seconds. He's faster than you into La Source.
Slow down a little bit to either give back some time or you just get out of sync. It seems to take forever to get back in the groove. Takes several corners. At this sector we're kind of back up to speed. You can see at the top left we're in sector 4 and the time that's counting there is in the green. But the lap overall is down 1.2. And don't know what really happened there. Just
We've been warned about track limits.
I don't know if I missed my braking point or if I just got on the brakes too hard. Tires got too hot. Maybe I carried more speed in there.
White flag, one more lap.
But now, we got the car behind us. got his sights set on us. See if we can just keep it clean. No mistakes. I don't think he can run us down. Not going to try to do anything different. Just run the laps like I've been doing.
Leon is reeling you in. The gap's now 2.0 seconds.
If you saw just above there, coming out of that corner, he went touched off a little bit. He's pushing. He wants this spot, and I'm down 1.3 seconds again on this lap. A little bit ahead on our sector time here, which probably means we're going to carry more speed into this last corner again, and you see him coming. We're going to get on the brakes earlier, modulate that, and there's no room for him to get by. So pretty slow lap, but we're going to keep our spot.
Incident in bus stop. It looks like Donati. P5. Okay, it's over. Good drive.
Alright, well I'm pretty happy with the P5 for no practice. Now I'm still going. You see in the top right it says remaining 240, whatever. Safety rating compares the number of incident points to the number of corners. We're still in an active live session for another 2 minutes, so the more corners I can turn without accumulating incident points won't help a lot, but it does help a little in our safety rating. And I think sometimes people don't qualify because maybe they think iRating is based on positions gained, which really isn't true. iRating, basically the top half of the field is going to gain iRating, dead center of the field is going to be 0, and the bottom half of the field is going to lose iRating. So it's sort of like gambling. Everybody antes up. All the iRating goes in a big pot, and then it's distributed out among the top half of the finishers. There's more to it than that. And now we're out of time. Now you see the remaining 14 minutes. So that was it. Pretty good race. Thanks for watching. Actually, you know what? I'm not done yet here. Let's go back and take another look at what happened on the start.
That's the end of the session.
So you can see the yellow or the silver car banging around. Hit the blue car, hit the black car first. Then he just stops. I don't know why he's stopping, and then I hit him. Somebody goes around us. Pink car pit maneuvers him, spins the guy in front of the other car. What a mess. See what that looked like. trying to figure out who it was. See, so this is his in-car view from the start. Try to figure out why he just sort of came to a stop after he ran into half the field there. So he gets a good launch. Tries to squeeze between these two. Bangs the black car, bangs the blue car, and then stops. I don't know. And then I hit him from the back. Pink car turns him. Then he hits the other black car a couple of times. That was a mess. But anyway, thanks for watching.